Whew, that was bright. Hey, you film freaks, Jason here, that old camera guy. Today, we're going to talk about what your first camera should be. Now, there's a lot of great cameras out there, and there's a lot of great information on that. And I could tell you that many times I'm out and about and I get asked, wow, that's a great camera. Does it take great picture? So what kind of camera should I buy? Or I'm thinking about buying my first camera, and what do you think I should buy? Well, the first thing I would recommend to anyone starting out is master the camera you have, okay? And the very first camera that everybody has is right here in your pocket, okay? And I'm telling you today, these cameras take fantastic photos, okay? They've got manual controls. You have 3 separate lenses. You have wide angle, you have telephoto, you can shoot RAW, you can shoot macro, you can shoot video. These cameras, from a technical standpoint, are great. You've already spent the money. Let's learn it, okay? Let's figure out how to do this and learn right here first, okay? Okay, everybody's really guilty about like, oh, I'm gonna go out and buy this great camera, okay? And it's gonna take great pictures. To take great pictures takes lots of practice. It takes developing your style, finding out who you are. You know, there's so much that goes into it, and all the technical and everything. And you can start today, right now, with your phone. Don't get me wrong. Sony, Panasonic, Fuji, Canon, Nikon, they would all love to have your business and have you buy a camera. But is it right? Like, you're starting out. You're going to go buy a camera and only discover, you know, a year or two down the road, you're going to put your hands on another camera and you're going to like it better. You've already spent $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 on your first camera. So it might be a good idea to master this and then maybe spend a few $100s renting some different cameras and different lenses and learn yourself and what kind of photographer you are before you decide to jump into a whole ecosystem, spend thousands of dollars, only to discover it really doesn't fit for you, okay? And that's the most important thing when you're looking at these cameras is what works for you, what fits into your style. Like for me, you know, I use my Sonys, every day, for professional work or what I'm doing right now, filming videos and everything. But if I want to go out and have fun, I'm going to bring along the film camera maybe, okay? Or I'm going to bring along my Fuji X Pro 3, okay? Because I like the rangefinder, I like the challenge of it, I like the simpler controls, I like to go back to more fundamentals, or I'm gonna break out my little, Monox B spy camera, so every camera has its own place and its own purpose, and you as a budding photographer don't know yet, okay? There's a lot of marketing. You can ask all your pro friends, you can ask all your other friends what kind of camera you should have, and it can still be wrong. In today's marketplace, cameras are great. They all make great cameras, no matter, who it is. Of course, I have my own personal preferences, and we'll dive into that. But it's a personal preference. What works best for me, that old camera guy, doesn't necessarily mean that's going to work well for you. And that's when you really want to invest the time and spend a few $100s, maybe renting, maybe taking photography lessons, but bringing this along, okay? A case in point, okay? I was at a museum recently, and they wouldn't let me take my camera in, okay? I had my X Pro 3 on me. I figured it was smaller, they may let it go, and they wouldn't let it in. They were like, no, you can't bring that in. So I was like, well, the joke's on you, because I still have this. I still can shoot raw. I can still shoot my, change my lenses. I can still choose my exposure, okay? I have every bit of the control out of this that I do with my X Pro 3. And I didn't miss a shot. The shots look great, okay? So the point is here, okay? Master the one you have in your pocket, okay? This is the one you're gonna have with you all the time. Practice the, you know, when you see something, be like, oh, let me get my camera out, okay? Because the last thing you want to be doing is not have developed that habit of not pulling out your camera when you see something and be like, oh, that's really cool. And you should really be to the point where it's instinctual. Oh, that's really cool. Camera, you know? So it should be, it should get to that level, and that'll help build that habit, okay? And that's really what you want, is to build a habit of, you know, a relation. When you're talking about getting in photography, we're talking about a relationship with your camera, and you want to start building it with the one you have before you spend thousands of dollars. That's it. That's all I got. Just a little rant about new photographers, and I'm sorry to tell you, a new camera isn't going to help you. It isn't going to make you better, but practice will. Every time, guarantee it. All right, see you film nuts later. I'm out.